This is Staar practice 55 through 58. Number 55 says the graph below shows the relationship between the number of minutes read and the number of pages read. Based on the information in the graph, what is the unit rate in pages per minute? Remember, per minute means 1 minute, so you're going to go where the x is 1. And by looking at the graph, you can see when the x is 1, the y is 3. So your answer should be A equals 3 pages per minute. Before you go do number 56, go ahead and do the number 55 independent practice. That way, how to do it is fresh in your mind. You don't forget, because a lot of you didn't do very well on the first packet. I'm not too sure why, considering I had just shown you how to do the questions. So maybe if you do them right after you've looked at it, it'll help a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what else to do other than to bang y'all over the head with this information. But anyways, let's try something new. So go ahead and do the independent side, do number 55, then go back and do number 56 guided, and so on. Keep flipping them back and forth. Number 56 says Debbie sells yard art at the local craft show. Each item sells for $15. You're going to write that with 15x, x representing each item. And it says it cost her $8 to make each item. You write that with 8x, x meaning or representing each item again. Then it says and $25 for her booth fee. It's just a one-time fee, so it'd be plus 25. It says which inequality shows how many items she needs to sell in order to make a profit. In other words, the 15x needs to be greater. So your answer would be F as in Frank. Okay, go ahead and do number 56 on the independent side on your own and flip it back, and then do number 57 guided. Number 57, which of the following does not represent the lengths of the side of a right triangle? Remember, you're using the Pythagorean theorem to see if a squared plus b squared does equal c squared. A lot of you didn't show work last time, so make sure you do it this time or I'm just going to count it wrong. The only work I want to see is this, and then of course you're going to square them and then show me if they equal or not. So since 169 does equal 169, this one is a right triangle. B is 21 squared plus 28 squared has to equal 35 squared. Because 1,225 does equal 1,225, they are right triangles. Okay, so obviously 100 plus the 144 gives you 244. So this one is also a right triangle. The last one is 8 times 8, which is 64. Then you have 16 plus 16, which is 256, which should equal whatever 18 times 18 is, which is 324. So if you add 64 plus the 256, that should give you 320. So as you can see, 320 does not equal 324. Therefore, this is not a right triangle. All right, go ahead and flip it over to number 57 on the independent practice. OYO means on your own instead of. Number 58 says 40% of the cost of a mattress is the same as 1/2 the cost of, that should say the mattress, decreased by 30. What is the cost of the mattress? With a question like this, you want to start with the answer choices, so that way you can check to see which one falls with what it's saying. So first of all, it says it's 40% of the cost. So for A, you're going to find 40% of $200. To find the 40%, you can just change it to a decimal. The 40% to a decimal would be 0.40, and then multiply it by 200, and that should give you 80. And then it says it's the same as 1/2 of the cost, which is that should say 200 minus the 30. Half of 200 is 100. And then when you decrease that by 30, it gives you $70. So as you can see, these two are not the same, therefore A cannot be your answer, or the cost cannot be $200. Okay, if we go with the $300, we're going to find 40% of that first, which is $120. Then we're going to find half of the 300, which is 150, and decrease it by 30, which 150 minus 30 gives you 120. As you can see, those two are the same, therefore B is your answer. I'm going to go ahead and just do C and D. Please do them as well on your paper, just so we can make sure that those are not the right answers. Okay, so if I find 40% of the 350, that gives me 140. Then if I half the 350, that gives me 75, and then decrease it by 30, that gives me 145. And that's why we can see C is not my answer, because those two are not the same. And then the last one, 40% of 400 is $160. And then you get half of 400, which is 200. Subtract 30 from that gives you 170. And as you can see, these two are not the same, therefore D cannot be your answer either. So definitely going to be B for your answer. All right, go ahead and flip it over to the other side. Do number 58 on your own, and then you're done for the day. Yay!